If you're an Amazon business owner and you're stuck between $1 and $5 million a year in Amazon, or you feel like you're not growing enough, this video is for you. I feel like I'm in a very privileged position because I can both speak with a small business owner making $1, $2, $3, $5 million a year on Amazon and massive business owner that are making $150, $200 million a year only on Amazon. So I can actually see what is the difference between these two people. To be honest with you, these massive sellers, they're not smarter than you. They're just doing a few things that a small business owner are not doing. And that is what I want to share with you today. Mainly two things. And the first one, resource allocation. When I analyze massive business owners, what I see that they're relentless on focusing on the bottleneck of the business. Let me give you an example. This massive brand, for example, they're growing 100% year over year. We are managing PPC for them as an agency. They're focusing only on the single bottleneck of the business, which is product launches and product validation. They don't do anything else. They know that if they want to keep scaling on Amazon, most likely that will come from two things: new products and finding the right products. Find the right products and launching the products. That's it. Because if they found a partner, in this case us, to manage their PPC, but the business owner is obsessed about fixing the bottleneck of the business. He told us that once he feels like, okay, they have enough products, so they feel like they have a good catalog, they're building a nice brand, and only after they will decide, okay, maybe now we want to bring it in-house. And in that case, we will help them to bring it in-house. But right now, it's not the bottleneck of the business. The owner could go inside and say, okay, I will allocate my time and my resources to find a PPC manager in-house, training them. Maybe I will not be good at the beginning, so I might need to let go someone, and he will need to allocate all this time to things that are not the bottleneck of the business. The bottleneck of the business right now, it's product launches. And across every business, there is always one main bottleneck. And what I see that the small business owner are not doing is that they are not focusing on the bottleneck of the business. For example, we have a client that they were always running out of stock, and the guy was always focusing, okay, let me find new products. That's not the goal. Like, the bottleneck of the business is inventory. The bottleneck of the business is making sure that we don't run out of stock. And that is what we did also on the PPC side. We stopped PPC if we were running out of stock. We increase pricing. So we try to help him to fix that part of the business. So one thing I would highly suggest you to do is to understand if you're allocating your time on the bottleneck of the business. And to do that, what we like to do internally is to do two tasks. The first one is time audit. So first, we want to analyze where are we spending the time as the business owner or founder or CEO. So where are we spending the time? So every hour you can stop and you say, okay, where did I spend this hour? I spend it on product launches. Did I spend it on optimizing PPC? Did I spend it creating campaigns? What did I do over the past hour? And you want to do that only for 1 week. I do it personally every quarter, or I try to do it every 6 months. After that, I have a good idea on where am I spending my time. And the second step is what we call task prioritization. Now you want to take all these activities and you want to segment them in different categories. You have a $10 task, $100 task, $1,000 task, $10,000 task, $100,000 task. And so here you want to take all the activities you're doing and you want to segment them and put them in the right column. For example, let's say that you are optimizing campaigns. Let's say you are creating campaigns with bulk files. That is a $10 task. So you can put that under $10. For example, let's say that you're finding new products. I consider that maybe a $1,000 task. So finding new products, successful products, I would say is $1,000 task. Finding a B2B market to go inside. So for example, entering Costco or entering in Walmart, $10,000, $100,000 task. Obviously massive task. So you can divide your activities and see, okay, where are you spending most of the time? So once you map them out, you can say, okay, I'm spending 50% on $10 task activity. Decrease that as much as possible. For example, you can delegate to agency or hire someone in-house, have someone internally to take over this task. But you want to first understand where are you locating your resources, and hopefully you can also do that for your team members, especially for your leadership team. And that should help you to allocate your resources correctly. If you do that, I'm very confident you will be able to keep scaling the business, because if you focus the attention on the right stuff, most of the time the business will grow, because you already create a successful business by growing to $1 to $5 million or by creating something on Amazon from scratch. It's just a matter of redirecting your focus and your attention on the bottleneck of the business. Okay, the second thing that I notice when I speak with massive business owners and small business owners is the level of their team. And sometimes what I see that the small business owners, they tend to focus too much on hiring the cheapest person. So the VA, we can pay them $5 an hour that can save us maybe 1 hour a week, and then we need to tell them exactly what to do. While the massive business owner, they're still, obviously they still want to control cost, but they're willing to pay for expertise. They're willing to pay to move fast. I love the phrase money loves speed, and that is what I noticed with the massive business owner. They prefer to pay a premium to get a top player or a top agency in their account to fix the problem fast so they can keep growing the business. And that is something sometimes I see small business owners are not doing. They are keep looking for the cheapest solution, or they don't hire the right people. Like, you feel like when you speak with these people, or they are too arrogant, or they don't want to grow, or they actually don't know what they're doing. But the business owner is not willing to have a hard conversation with these people to tell them, hey, this is not working, we need to let you go. And that is sometimes what I see. Like most of the time, it's because the business owner is not willing to pay premium for talents or for agencies, or they don't have the right people in the team and they don't let go. So maybe you have someone in your team that you don't feel like he should stay in the company, but you are waiting to take that decision. And one question we always like to ask ourselves is, knowing what you know today about that person, would you still hire her or hire him? Like, do you think you will still hire them after these 2 months of working together? And if the answer is not a hell yes, you need to take some action. You need to tell, okay, let's have a call. Let's define, okay, what is success for me in the next 30 days. And if in the next 30 days this is not improving, you should let them go. Because in the end, it's always about opportunity cost. If you are focusing on this stuff, you're not focusing on other stuff. And if you have a team member who is draining your energy, who is not doing the job, is not taking ownership of the channel, you need to take action. And that matters for people in-house. Same with agencies. If you feel like your agency is too soft or is not actually driving for growth, you should tell them, tell them that you're not happy. If it's a good agency, you should be able to say, okay, we need to fix this, we need to show some growth. But if it's a bad agency, you will notice that they don't take any action. I would highly suggest that if you don't have a team member or agency that is performing well, just tell them, have that hard conversation and try to level up the level of your team by also willing to pay a premium. If you feel like you found a top player, pay them a premium. Like, do not let them go. Because when I see the massive business owners, they have an amazing team. Like, I'm impressed about their team. One last thing, we are working now with this accelerator program where we help sellers for 6 weeks, and we got this massive brand that are doing around 1.5 million a month, and their PPC manager, she's a killer. She's a killer. When we see the question that she's asking, how much she's taking ownership of the channel, at that point you understand, okay, they're paying her a premium for sure. They're paying her a premium. Like, she's a killer. But that's worth it, because when you have someone who can take ownership of the channel that you can trust 100%, so you can focus on other part of the business, how valuable is that? It's difficult to quantify sometimes, but I like what Steve Jobs will say, you can never overpay for a talent. And I truly believe that, especially for e-commerce businesses where you have so much leverage. So I really hope this video was useful, a bit different from the others, but let me know if you like it in the comments below. And hopefully my perspective of seeing these massive business owners, maybe that is a bit useful. Let me know if you have any question, and I'll see you in the next video.